Real Madrid want to address their striker condition and they're interested in signing Harry Kane. There is another one lineup if at all Harry Kane deal doesn't go through, and that is Kai Havertz from Chelsea. And we're also going to talk about a little bit of Wolverhampton Wanderers releasing João Moutinho and Diego Costa. Welcome to the Transfer News Show, and this is the Rokani Media Football. This is Rokani David bringing you this story. Down in our country, it's Mother's Day being celebrated, and I think it's coming to an end, and people down there are really having a very fantastic time. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, let's get straight into this story being reported by Mario Cortegana, and he really works for The Athletic. He's a correspondent of Real Madrid for The Athletic. He has gone ahead and retold us that Ancelotti has asked the Real Madrid board for Harry Kane, and they told him they'll try to sign him. Right. Now, I find this as something stupid that Madrid are really going in to do. You know, you are having, or you're trying to phase out a player who is really aged, that is Karim Benzema, 35 years of age, and then you are replacing him with a 30-year-old player. I understand at the age of 30, Harry Kane is really good. He's going to hit to score 30 goals this season in the Premier League. But why don't you get in a young striker? Because the price of Harry Kane that has gone ahead to be wanted by Tottenham Hotspur is £100 million. Now, at £100 million, Madrid can find themselves getting in Gonzalo Ramos. They can get in Dusan Vlahovic and very many other talented strikers that are really around the world. And it baffles me a lot that Real Madrid are making a decision to go in for a Harry Kane. That is it, you know? To me, it's a stopgap signing, but not a signing that is really meant to solve the situation of Real Madrid, you know? With you bringing Jude Bellingham, you are having Chiomini, there is Camavinga, Vinicius Jr., and others. That means that's a team that you are building of young players. And if at all you want continuity in this team, in your front forward, you need to find yourself in a situation of getting in a center forward who is really worth the age of those players, because all of those players are in their early 20s. You know, Camavinga has he even made 20, Camavinga? Chiomini is like 21, Jude Bellingham is 19, Vinicius Jr. is 22. So I think it's always better to go in and really sign in players that are really great and fit that age profile. Unless otherwise, Real Madrid are trying to let me know that they are going in for Harry Kane and maybe Erasmus Højlund, you know, and the young striker is going to be brought in. You can't tell me that you are going to go ahead and do the same mistake you did last season of putting your entire season on Karim Benzema, 35-year-old player who is injury prone. You know, if you bring in Harry Kane, understand he's a very good player, but can he really play all those games? Play the Champions League, play the La Liga, find himself not injured? We all know the injury history of Harry Kane, though this season he has been really fit and he has gone ahead to play all the 38 games of the league. But don't forget that way back in the previous seasons, Harry Kane has been an injury-prone player. Now, we all know that injuries correspond with players as they really age up, and Harry Kane is aging up. So, to me, I believe it's a move in the wrong direction for Real Madrid. I think it's better for them to go in for a young striker like Dusan Vlahovic, right? You go in for Dusan Vlahovic, Victor Osimhen, and very many others. And the big question is, do they have the money to spend on Harry Kane or on a £100 million striker? That's the huge question. After spending close to £130 million on Jude Bellingham, do the financial fair play allows them to go on and really spend another 100 million to get in a center forward, because for my case, they don't need only one, they need two. The future of Karim Benzema is really uncertain, and you will understand that Madrid will at any day find themselves in a position of obviously fighting to get in a striker. But they've gone ahead to put in a plan B, and the plan B is as follows. It's all about a player that has gone ahead to really be liked by Real Madrid way back, and we've been told by Relevo that should Real Madrid not be able to sign Harry Kane this summer, they will turn their attention to Kai Havertz. Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino wouldn't mind if he left for another signing to move to Stamford Bridge, because he's not a priority. Now, Chelsea have found themselves in a situation of obviously coming in through and obviously wanting Kai Havertz out. Real Madrid are a team that have always gone ahead to chase for this player. And it's said that in 2022, Real Madrid was working on the signing of Kai Havertz. Everything was on track. Personal terms agreed, and deal with Leverkusen was on the way. However, COVID pandemic stopped the transfer. And that COVID pandemic never stopped not only Kai Havertz to join Real Madrid, but even Donny van de Beek. Madrid had gone ahead to agree a deal with Ajax on Donny van de Beek. It was £40 million, but they couldn't raise that money because COVID hit them bad, and they couldn't really raise that amount of money. So Kai Havertz is another one that has gone ahead to be really put onto the list, and obviously Relevo has thrown in a lot of detail. Now Marca has told us that in the meeting between Florentino Perez and just the name of Kai Havertz was discussed. Real Madrid, like him, they already had personal agreement with him in 2022. Now, even Fabrizio Romano has confirmed to us via his YouTube channel that Carlo Ancelotti is a big fan of Kai Havertz. Real Madrid really appreciate him. Havertz has been discussed in internal meetings. Chelsea are open to negotiations but want important money. So, looks like Chelsea are sold onto an idea of letting Kai Havertz go. Now, to me, on Harry Kane and Kai Havertz, I go for Kai Havertz. You know, every person is entitled to his own opinion, but concerning Kai Havertz, I understand there is talent in the player. The player is vastly talented. But you cannot thrive at that age of Kai Havertz, because I think he came in at Chelsea when he was like 21 years of age. You cannot thrive at that at a club when they are changing managers like how Chelsea is doing. He came in under the regime of Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard was sacked. Tuchel came in through. After Tuchel was sacked, there came in Graham Potter. Graham Potter was sacked. Then Lampard came in through, and now it's Pochettino. In a space of just, because Lampard came in 2019, in a space of 4 years, they've gotten to have 4 managers, meaning every season they've been having a single manager. It shows you how bad it is and how it affects the growth of these players. To me, Kai Havertz best fits the project of Real Madrid than Harry Kane. He's still young, and he is a versatile player. You can play him as a false number 9. You can play him as a right forward, something that Real Madrid are really focusing onto a lot, to see to it that they find themselves in a position of obviously telling the scouts that we want a player who is really versatile. And you get in Kai Havertz, it's something great that you always go on and really talk about, that he's a player that we wanted way back, and we've gone ahead to deliver at the club of Real Madrid. So, in my own understanding, Kai Havertz signing makes a lot of sense than the signing of Harry Kane. The beauty is Kai Havertz is really a very good player, and Chelsea are willing to sell. Real Madrid have got good contacts or good connections with with Tottenham Hotspur. They sold them Harry Kane. Sorry, they sold them Gareth Bale. Then Luka Modric. And we saw Spurs give them a left back. I've forgotten his name. And then Gareth Bale on loan. So it shows you that there is some good connection between Florentino Perez and Daniel Levy, the owner of Tottenham Hotspur. So let's wait and see how that's going to pan out. But it's really looking good and nice. For Real Madrid. And I think Kai Havertz won't go in for a lot of money. I understand. And he's a very good player that they are really looking to land in. But there are very many other options that Real Madrid are really looking in that I'm going to come in through and we'll let you know later on the day. Lastly, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Lopetegui has also started to really clean up his house. And Fabrizio Romano has confirmed to us that João Moutinho and Diego Costa leave Wolverhampton Wanderers as free agents. Decision has been made and announced. Adama Traore contract set to expire too, but club director guarantees we would like to keep him. We will certainly be trying. We hope we can come to an agreement. So, João Moutinho, Portuguese player, very old, and I think he has been so much at Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I think he has done the best that he has, and the age is not on his side. And Lopetegui has told him, you aren't into my feet, so you are getting out of the team. Diego Costa is another one they signed in as a striker. He's also on his way out, meaning that Lopetegui is trying to get Wolves where they are supposed to be. So guys, your thoughts on Madrid interested in Harry Kane, and Kai Havertz are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Diego Costa and João Moutinho being thrown out all under the bus by Wolverhampton Wanderers? A sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.